Okay, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Myself, Tony, moderating this session. For our authors and invited guests, welcome to Technical Session 4C. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the International Congress on Information and Communication Technology. And the eighth edition of this conference is organized in the hybrid mode. Our physical mode is already ended on 20th and 21st February in 2023, and the virtual conference is now running today and yesterday. So today is the last day for this virtual conference. I hope that all the participants will going to get the knowledge through the day. Okay. And that's a special note for the presenters that you, in this session, we have 6 presentation. Each presentation will be given 12 minutes for the presentation answers. On 10 minutes, I will raise a gentle reminder to conclude your presentation. And if you have any query or any update, you can write it to me in the chat box. Just before we get started, I would like to introduce you all, the chair for the session. Dr. Shang Lang Peng. Just before we get started, I would like to give an intro about our session chair. Just a second.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Yeah, I'm Shen Longpeng, a professor at the National Taipei University of Business in Taiwan. Yeah. Today I'm very happy to chair this section with you. All the best and enjoy this session. So let's continue for the first one paper, okay?
Sir, with your permission, can I give you some intro about our session chairs?
Okay.
Okay. We start from your side. Dr. Sheng Lang Peng is the professor and the director of the Department of Creative Technologies and Product Design, National Taipei University of Business, Taiwan. He received the PhD degree in computer science from the National Tsinghua University, Taiwan. He is an honorary professor of Beijing Information Science and Technology University, China. He is also an adjunct professor of Mysore University, India. Dr. Pang has edited several species issues at journals. His research interests are in designing and analyzing algorithms for bioinformatics, combinatorics, and data mining and networks is areas in which he has published over 100 research papers. And if I talk about Dr. Swati Nikam, she has a total 20 years of teaching experience in computer engineering and working as associate professor in Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering and Research, Pune, India. She completed her PhD from SPPU in Pune. Her research areas are cyber physical system, information security, Internet of Things. She has published more than 30 plus research papers in reputed international journals and conferences. Also, she worked as an associate editor and reviewer for various national and international conferences and journals. Also, she is working as an associate editor for international journal ICICT. Currently, she is working as a department PhD coordinator, R&D coordinator, and for NIRF, NBA, and also for NAC. Okay, thank you, ma'am, and thank you,
Thank
sir, for
you.
your valuable presence over here.
Thank you, Harsh. Thank you for the nice introduction. Good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, so we'll start with the papers. Our first presenter is Carlo Jose, and he's going to present on development of a web-based graduate treasure information system with data analytics.
Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, so allow me to share my screen.
Yes, please.
All right, so a pleasant day to everyone. I am Carlos Inabablit, and I am delighted to present our research study entitled Development of a Web-Based Graduate Tracer Information System with Data Analytics. The researchers are yours truly and engineer Edgardo Dahao. Higher academic institutions play an essential role in nation building by producing graduates with high levels of intellectual thinking and behavioral and technical competencies aligned with national and international educational standards. In the Philippines, the Commission on Higher Education mandates HEIs to keep track of their graduates' performance to determine the quality and extent of functionality they deliver to the graduates. Graduate tracer analysis is one type of empirical research that gives significant information for assessing the effects of education and training at a particular institution of higher education. The employability of the graduates is one of the measures of success of higher educational institutions, making it an integral component in the light of quality education. Higher education accrediting organizations like Accrediting Agency for Chartered Colleges and Universities in the Philippines, or AACUP, require graduate tracer studies. Cavite State University Sikat Campus is a higher education institution serving the diverse communities of Cavite and its nearby provinces. The university's researchers utilize Google Forms to collect graduates' data, and it does not have any mechanism to validate data input, which permits duplicate data entry and response from unknown respondents. Data processing involves data cleaning and filtering. And since it deals with a large amount of data and is being validated manually, the process is considered to be tedious and cumbersome. Despite carefully preparing the data, it is still prone to human error, which can compromise the accuracy of the result. The non-optimal collection and unsystematic compilation of alum data suggests a need for a systematic system for graduate tracing. So the study focuses on developing an ICT solution to optimize and streamline graduate data acquisition and processing. It also aims to provide analytical reports commensurate to items needed for the accreditation process. Various literatures have been reviewed regarding the development of tracer study information system. Each of this was conceptualized and developed to help their respective university track their alum activities after graduation. The first study focused on developing a tracer information system using waterfall model. The application program may gather alum data and generate alum data reports for university accreditation on QR and BAN-PT. Another study is about the development of the code igniter-based tracer study application using procedural model development research design from Grog and Gull. The study was conducted to aid the collection of data of alumni, faculty, education students, and to fulfill various accreditation and administrative needs about data of alumni. The third study used the iterative model in the system development lifecycle for developing the system. The system empowers the user to quickly evaluate alumni performance and access job posting careers opportunity on the net. They use HTML and PHP, Android Studio, Eclipse, and BlueStack application in developing and testing the system. For the methodology, the study used a rapid application development software model, and it consists of 4 phases: requirements planning, user design, construction, and cutover. The RAD model is suitable for the study due to its key benefit of fast project turnaround. This approach enables project managers and stakeholders to monitor progress correctly and communicate in real time about emerging difficulties or modifications. This leads to increased productivity, accelerated development, and efficient communication. The first phase is requirement planning. In this phase, a participatory interview with the client was conducted to determine the project's goal and expectations. A review of related literature and studies was also undertaken. The system's functional requirements were identified through the current problems encountered in conducting tracer studies and the concept learned in internet and library research. Next is user design. In this phase, use case diagram, ERD, and wireframe of the system were created. Here is the use case diagram. The web-based system can be accessed according to accounts level. There are 3 accounts: the administrator, research coordinators, and the graduates. The administrator has full access to the system's features, including managing accounts, graduate data, and website content. The research coordinator's account is limited in viewing and generating the data of the graduates under each program. Graduates can only access the graduate tracer form. The entity relationship diagram, or ERD, of the system's database was also created. ERD depicts the system's database logical structure and presents the relationship among its entity sets. The study used a relational database to avoid data anomalies common in other types of databases. The database design was realized through creating 8 tables, namely general information, educational background, professional examination, advanced training, employment data, reason for staying, relevant skills, and CVSU feedback. These tables are interlinked to ensure easy retrieval of data needed. In this phase, the researcher codes the system and ensures that the developed system adheres to the design formulated in the previous stage. HTML, CSS, and JavaScripting language were used to create the website interface. PHP and MySQL were used to develop their function and modules. Once a module is done, it is subjected to design and validation checks. If passed, the development will proceed to the next module. Otherwise, further refinement will be undertaken until pass. This process continues until the completion of the system. The system was tested through alpha testing, where bugs and errors were fixed. This was done to ensure that the final system met the expected requirement without error. For the results and discussion, the system is a web-based application that collects alums data through its digital graduate tracer survey form. The digital questionnaire was based from the graduate tracer survey instrument prescribed by the Commission on Higher Education, the Philippines. The system has also an analytic dashboard allowing users to view the total number of respondents, employment rate, top companies hiring graduates, and skill orientation. Furthermore, it provides descriptive analytics of verified graduates data using frequency count, percentage, standard deviation, and coefficient of variation. Demographics of graduates, educational background, employment data, and first job information are illustrated using frequency distribution table and graphs. Additionally, the system presents correlation analytics that describes the relationship between the school-acquired skills of the graduates and job search duration, as well as initial monthly gross income. A series of testing was done in each module to ensure that the system is free from defects and yields an accurate result. This table presents the test results of various test cases. For the front end, the data acquisition function of the system proved to be accurate, as it ensures that all required fields in the digital tracer forms are filled out. The data being submitted is in correct format, and they are being saved correctly in the database without data loss. For the back end, the adding of program, response verification, and dashboard are all working as expected. Moreover, the descriptive analysis page of the system proved to be 100% accurate in presenting and calculating the frequency count, mean, and standard deviation, as it matched the expected value generated by SPSS. The correlation analysis page of the system also proved to be 100% accurate in presenting and calculating the raw coefficients, which describes the relationship between the school-acquired skills and job duration and initial gross income. The system also generates an accurate verbal interpretation for descriptive and correlation analysis. Let us proceed with the conclusion and recommendation. After employing the principle of software engineering in software development and performing a series of tests, it can be concluded that the university and its alum can already use the web-based graduate tracer information system. The web application can be utilized to streamline the process of data collection and processing. It can also display and manage alum data and generate reports that can be used for accreditation and other purposes. The developed system must be integrated into the existing web portal of Cavite State University, ICICT. The utilization of the system will prove its effectiveness in aiding the cumbersome process of graduate tracing in the university. Moreover, it is further recommended to make the digital tracer form customizable. With this, the graduate tracer instrument can be modified, tailored fit to a specific study program. It can also be customized with a focus on 21st century skills of the graduates, which are emerging considerations when hiring graduates. Furthermore, regression analysis for predicting the employment rates of graduates can be an added feature of the system. Thank you for listening.
Hello,
Hello?
am I audible?
Yes, Bob?
Yeah, thank you, Carlos, for a wonderful presentation. I have one question, like you have told about the graduate tracer system. So if you want to make it for a specific program, what all changes you'll need to do?
As part of the recommendation, I want to create a customizable instrument for it to address all study programs. For now, it is only suitable for Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, but it doesn't cater other programs like HRM and all other programs. So I want to have a customizable instrument.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very
Question?
much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let's go to the second paper, okay?
Okay, sir. So I would like to invite our next presenter, Penio Dimitro, and he's going to present on new method for generating a regular polygon.
Hello, everyone. Share screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dear colleagues, can you see the presentation?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Okay. Dear colleagues, my name is Penio Dimitrov Lebumovsky. I am from Bulgaria and I work at the Bulgarian Academy of Sciences. The title of my article is New Method for Generating a Regular Polygon. On this slide, I will show you the content of my presentations, which include introduction, methodology, extrusion, new method, and results, and conclusion. First, before I begin, I want to say that I dedicated this article to the Isaac Newton, and even today, with the development of computer communication technology, the discoveries of Isaac Newton are actual even today. First, say about the problem. In the theory of mathematical education, which deal with the spatial and geometric imagination, several expert researchers, teachers said that the 3D imaginations are poorly developed in some students. And for the solution of this serious problem, 3D technology comes to rescue. one of the most used in Bulgarian worldwide software for training stereometry are GeoGebra, Cabri 3D, and Dialist. In this paper, the aim of this paper is to present a new method for generating a regular polygon. Based on its more complex geometric objects than stereometry can be constructed. This new method gives a much better result than the traditional method. The traditional method for generating a regular polygon is based on the trigonometry. It uses sinus, cosinus, radius, and after that to construct polyhedra, for example, pyramid or prism. With the new traditional method, is necessary that polygon, which is based on the trigonometry, to be extruded to the 3D objects. That is the traditional method. In this paper, I present a new method for generating a regular polygon and polyhedra. The new method, the methodology that I use to develop the new methods, I use two more methods, and that is Cavallari's method and Newton's method. First, say something about the Cavallari methods. With the help of Cavallari's methods, it's possible to compare the figures with phase through all possible lines, which will represent a section of the figures with lines that move and are parallel to the ruler direction all the time. By analogy, that is for 2D case, that is in planimetry. By analogy, in 3D stereometry, the same rule apply in stereometry. If we have two figures of equal size, all their possible lines are equal. For example, with the method of Cavallari's, we can compare the volume of regular pyramids and cone. For example, the base of the regular pyramid is a regular polygon, and if in the base of the cone is a circle. If, for example, if the base of the pyramid face is equal to the face of the base of the cone, and at the same time the height of the cone is equal to height of the pyramid, then we compare the two objects, and the two objects have equal volume. With the help of Cavallari methods, in other words, we can create a volume of geometric objects. For example, the second method that I use for generating the new boundary method, I use Newton's method. Before the Newton explored the 12 lemmas, Newton says that the Laplace relation by which the magnitudes vanish are not the relation of the Laplace magnitudes, but the limits to which the relations of diminishing magnitudes are all the time approaching, which may be approached more than a given difference. In other words, according to Newton's method, to reach the boundary is necessary the values, for example, magnitudes, to be increased or decreased to infinity. That is the idea of the Newton's method. Okay. On this slide, I will explore how I use the two methods. First, on this slide, I'll show you the isosceles trapezoid. That isosceles trapezoid is a part of a regular polygon, and as in the regular polygon, we know three of the sides of the trapezoid. Knowing the three of the sides of the trapezoid, we can find easily the height of trapezoid and the lower base of trapezoid. There is a relationship between upper base of trapezoid and lower base of trapezoid. After that, we draw the middle segment of trapezoid, and that middle segment of trapezoid is can be calculated. Its value is semi of sum of upper base and lower base. After that, we can define the face of the trapezoid in blue. These sections continue for the trapezoid in red. And here we can calculate the middle segment of the trapezoid, which is the semi from sum of upper and lower base of the trapezoid. According to Newton, these sections continue to infinity. And according to Cavallari, all of these segments, parallel segments that are are in in a specific relation. According to Newton, all these parallel segments are in a specific relation each other. In other words, we can create countless many sections that are middle segment of trapezoid width. That's according to Newton. In other words, according to Newton, the magnitudes have to be increased or decreased to infinity. According to Cavalieri, all of these parallel segments are in a specific relation each other. These actions continue to infinity. On this slide, I will show you about that is a technique that uses software to generate geometric objects. The technique is extrusion. The other name of this technique is sweep representation. With this technique, is possible to construct a 3D objects by moving 2D graphics through the space. Here there are three ways to move the 2D graphics. First one is the section is extruded in specific direction using translation. For example, with this technique, we can generate a cone and cylinder. The second is 2D graphic is rotated around a specific rotation axis. With this, we can generate a sphere or tor. And the last one, drive the 2D graphics along a arbitrary path. The third one is not used in the software for geometric training, but that technique is used in 3D game development. Currently, non-software design for teaching stereometry use this technique to generate figures such as polygon, prism, pyramid, sphere, cone, and torus. On this slide, I'll show you how I generate a regular octagonal pyramid. First, I put the polygon on the center of the axis. After that, according to Cavalieri, choose the regular for this polygon. That is the AB, first, second vertex of the polygon. After that, according to Cavalieri, I calculate the relation between parallel segments. And after that, we can create the vertex of the polygon. According to Newton, this section continues to infinity. After that, on the table, right upper table, I show the parametric values for the pyramid with the parameter of A, which is the side of the base of the pyramid, equal to A parameter. On table below, I'll show you the precise values of the base of the pyramid. That is with parameter A equal to 1.5. And the 8th vertex, there is one more vertex, 8 vertex. With 8 vertex, I can set the height of the trapeze, height of the pyramid. Here, from axis and ordinate, there is 2 more parameters, H1, H2. If this parameter equal to 0, then the final result will be a stated pyramid. If one the parameter is equal to 0, the other one is number different than 0, then final result will be touted pyramid. For constructing a prism, it's necessary to add one more regular polygon, which will be the upper base of the pyramid. We have the lower base, and that is the principle to generate a prism. Now I'll show you video. That is the video. The result of my dissertation is that software for stereometry training. That software can realize the objects with the system with immersion, without immersion. That is a virtual reality system. Now on this video, I show you a 3D virtual reality system without immersion. With the help of virtual reality, I use a specialized active 3D technology with 3D monitor, active glasses, and specific video cards. The system, thanks to the new boundary method, is possible to visualize the object in a 3D virtual reality system. Also, the files can be exported to object file and then add to virtual reality advice or mixed reality, augmented reality, or to print on the 3D printing. That is thanks to the new boundary methods. That is the main advantages of this system, software system, is that the method which allows visualize from a virtual reality system and etc. As a conclusion, in this paper, I present a new way to generate a regular polygon based on the Cavalieri's method, Isaac Newton method. Thanks to this method, more complex geometric shapes can be constructed, pyramid, prism. The new method uses only relations between numbers, not trigonometry. 2D and 3D graphics software use a traditional method, which is extruded the polygon based on the trigonometry. Future work will focus on 3D game development, how they can participate in analysis of cardiac data obtained from a Holter device. To develop the 3D game, I will use the presented in this article new for 3D game polygons. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. Okay.
Yes.
You say that with your new method, the number of vertices can grow to infinity, right?
Yes.
However, it may require a lot of computer power. Do you have any estimate of the maximum number of vertices that can be run in a reasonable amount of time, something for in your system? Okay.
Oh, sorry, sorry for my English, which is not very well. Can you repeat the question?
What is the maximum number of vertices you can draw in a reasonable time in your for your system? Okay. Maximum vertex, yeah.
I mean, for drawing the vertex of the regular polygon, this section can be to infinity to infinity. For now, I'm reached to almost 12 vertex, but this section.
12? Oh, 12 is very small. How about 100?
The vertex of the regular polygon can grow to, for example, 1 million vertex, 2 million, and grow to infinity. But for now, the new method is necessary the computer to be most power the computer to make the calculations for the vertex.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have one question, Penio.
Yes.
Can you present the complexity analysis of this method as compared to the existing methods?
Yes, I understand the question. You want from me to compare the two methods, traditional and new methods.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. First, the new method, the traditional method, use trigonometry, cosinus, cosinus degrees, sinus, cosinus, radius. In traditional methods, start the drawing of the polygon, start from the inside of the polygon, and use.
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you. That part we have understood in the presentation, that it is not depending on the trigonometry, it is depending on the relations between the vertices that you have considered. I'm asking about the complexity analysis. I mean, can you compare new method with the existing methods based on time complexity, space complexity?
The new method is is more mathematically accurate and is simply the new method is more simple than the traditional method.
Yeah,
The new method use only relation between numbers, and the calculation are more simple than the traditional method which use trigonometry.
that you can prove in terms of complexity. Maybe it's a
Uh,
time complexity, space complexity. You can present the earlier methods, existing methods, and new methods, because just the simpler word will not quantify the things. So just a suggestion, if you can do the complexity analysis, so it will be more revealing to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry for my English, which is not very well. The new method is more simple. The new method is more flexible. The polygon with the new methods are more flexible than the traditional methods. The new method allow to use Java 3D rendering, for example, 3D library rendering. The traditional method, I suppose they use 2D library, not 3D library, because they use the.
Okay. Hi, I think it's fine. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Yes. Let's
you.
go to the
Sorry,
next paper.
sorry
Thank you.
for-
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good.
No worries. Okay,
Thank
thank you, dear presenter, for your presentation, and thank you, sir, for your time. Okay, now I'd like to invite our next presenter, Tomoko Kashima, and she's on possibility of utilizing information technology to promote local production for local consumption of agricultural products and future challenges. Dear presenter, you may please start your presentation.
Yeah, can I share?
Yes, you can share your screen.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. I'm Tomoko Kashima. I'm from Japan. It's 7 p.m. My son is a very hungry time and sleepy time. So today I'd like to talk about possibility of utilizing information technology to promote local production for local consumption of agriculture products. I'm not good at English, so I make a presentation and movies. So I will show some movies. Okay, let's start.
I'm very happy to be able to talk to you today. Today I'd like to talk about the problems of Japanese agriculture. In particular, I will talk about small-scale farmers and local production sites. We studied 3 topics, but today, I will explain the first one in particular. The most important point here is a journey of 1,000 miles begins with the data. The experimental site for the research presented here is a direct sales shop in a countryside town. Each farmer brings his or her own vegetables to the farmer's market, sets the price, and arranges the products on the sales floor. The owner of the store manages and sells the products. After shipping, farmers go home to work on their farms or to other jobs. The owner of the product gets a commission from the sales. The amount of sales is paid monthly. Farmers were unable to check the sales of their vegetables. On the same day, farmers did not go to ship because they did not know the inventory status. In this study, we also found that producers who proactively utilized, we decided to install webcams in the stores to analyze the current situation. We also decided to share the images with farmers. Farmers can view the video to see if they can identify missing items in their stores and prevent lost sales opportunities. The farmer will be able to view not only his own sales, but also the sales of other producers. We installed these devices in our stores. We have set up 4 locations in our stores in this way. To analyze the quantity of vegetables in the image, we laid out a black rug. Farmers can view store information from the app at any time. The calendar allows them to view past events as well.
The screen shows that vegetables are being sold one after another. This is a system that allows producers to check current information on the sales floor via a smartphone application. We are conducting a demonstration experiment in order to improve the income of producers. Producers have experienced a loss of opportunity due to a large quantity of the same product, or conversely, a long shortage of a product because it is sold out. Direct sales stands are popular for their fresh vegetables and fruits. But the timing of replenishment is an issue. Because the producers themselves manage the inventory of their products, until now it was impossible to know how many products were lined up on the sales floor without going to the store. The smartphone application introduced this time allows customers to check the current and past status of the sales floor using 4 dedicated cameras installed in the store. Without identifying their faces and with consideration for their privacy. This will enable producers to see what is happening on the sales floor at any time and any place, and to determine when to replenish their stock, aiming to increase sales so that they do not miss any opportunities. Farmers who grow cucumbers use their smartphones to check information on the sales floor and use it as a reference for the amount of cucumbers to be shipped on the same day or the next day. What the app looks at is the time of day and how many vegetables are left on the market. Right now, at around 4 p.m., I can see that everything is gone. I can see what I sold on my sales slip. But the app also shows me how many other producers put out in the morning, and how many are in short supply around noon. I can prepare for shipment from noon, so I can see the situation without having to go to the direct sales counter, which is very helpful because I can spend more time on my work. By looking at the shipment status of vegetables other than those I ship, I can understand the needs of my customers. When there are no vegetables in the store, customers immediately buy what I put out, so I can tell if they want this item or not, or if they don't need this item because there is a surplus. I would like to be able to ship as soon as possible when there are no more products in the store.
We collected about 50,000 images. Analysis of the vegetable shipments from the images showed a decrease in vegetable inventories from 2 p.m. on all days of the week. During the 3 months from July when the smartphone application was introduced, farmers were seen browsing at lunchtime and other times. However, since October, farmers have been browsing the site. The data show that farmers came to ship mainly in the morning and not after 2 p.m., when vegetables are in decline. In this study, we also found that producers who proactively utilized this information throughout these initiatives counted for around 0.5% of all producers, and only around 2% of producers expressed interest in utilizing the information. Increasing the number of producers who are interested in utilizing digital technology poses a major hurdle. The results of this questionnaire clarified that producers sought information on prices before sale of the product rather than information on store inventory. While the inventory information is useful, many producers are unable to make further shipments even if the inventory becomes low during the day, and it seems that producers are unable to change their behavior. Through this study, it has become possible to clarify the status of various situations using information technology, thus also identifying new challenges. Clearly, utilization of DX in agriculture is indispensable, but introducing systems is only one means of achieving this goal. First, it is vital to design the region, and directly communicate and share the desired goal with all involved parties. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Maybe I have one question. Okay.
Okay.
In your image, okay, does vegetables have to be placed in a fixed place?
Toothbrush.
Fixed place.
Display. Yeah.
Have to.
Yes.
Have to. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ma'am, do you have any question for the presenter?
No. Thank you, Kushal.
Okay. Okay. So we'll move forward to our next presenter. Just a second. Next presenter is Aris M. Designing on preserving Filipino native dish using Android-based application, a heritage cooking tutorial.
Hello. Good
Yes.
evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening from the Philippines. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So thank you very much. Good evening from the Philippines. So allow me to present our completed research. So it is entitled Preserving the Filipino Native Dishes Using Android-Based Application, a Heritage Cooking Tutorial. There are more than 80 tribes in the Philippines, and each has its own unique cultural differences. Gender, religion, ethnicity, and food differences set the Filipinos apart from other races around the globe. Prior to the colonization of other countries, the Filipino way of life was modest. They get food simply by rowing out to the sea in their little bangkas, wading knee-deep in rice paddies, planting in their backyard, and hunting into the woods. After being colonized by other countries, food in the Philippines evolved and continuously evolving. Cuisines from the Philippines have been passed down from generation to generation. And as the latest generation, it is important to understand and learn the history of the Filipino foods, as it is considered that one shapes the cultural identity of the Philippines. Filipino culture is shaped by their food. In addition to the food itself, it is made even more remarkable by the treasured memories that are shared with whomever they are with. Due to the modern way of cooking, many of the native dishes in the Philippines are now starting to disappear and be forgotten. According to the Philippine Star reporter named Mr. Chit Yu Huan, many traditional and cultural Filipino cuisines are fear extinction as the Philippines enters a new period. Some of these delicacies have already been lost to time, and it would be terrible for today's generation to not know how to prepare them. As a result of this, The vast majority of historical foods that shaped the Philippine culture are now considered endangered and might be lost forever. In today's new generation, technology helps us a lot in almost everything. And because of technology, many things can be learned instantly due to the increasing demands of cooking experience. Cooking tutorials using mobile devices are very popular nowadays. Applications such as these help individuals to easily learn how to cook certain dishes. So for the objectives of this research paper, so the study focused on the development of a cooking tutorial mobile application that can preserve Filipino historical cuisines. This is also to get the Filipino people used to different dishes that are part of their heritage. By introducing the newest generation to the authentic Filipino cuisines, this study will also benefit them. This paper serves as an example of the value of traditional and cultural foods in the Philippines. For the methodology, the developers made use of the unified model to develop the heritage cooking because this methodology is specialized in dealing with the exchange of ideas and messages taking place both ways from sender to receiver and vice versa. It is divided into 4 phases. So we have the inception, elaboration, construction, and transition phase. Inception focus on the identification of the problem, which I already mentioned on the previous slides. Elaboration phase focus on the design of the system flow and the graphical user interface. While the construction phase focus on the actual coding, including the testing of the application. And last, transition phase focus on the system deployment. For its some application features, so we have here's the home page as the starting page of the application. The next one is the category page. This displays the different categories in the application such as pinatuyo, ginataan, sinabawan, at kakanin. List of recipes. This displays the list of recipes based on the selected category. Samples are ginisang bihon sa bariles, laswa, kinulob, ginarep, and pamplina. And last is the actual cooking. So this section of the system or the application displays and teaches users about the actual cooking of the recipe, including a time display on when to add ingredients and when to finish cooking. To understand more on how the application works, here is the process flow diagram. So first, once the application is running, user can choose from the 4 categories. So let us assume that the selected category is the kakanin. Once clicked, it will display all the recipes under kakanin. User can choose the type of recipe that he or she wants to cook. As an initial step for the cooking preparation, the application will provide all the list of needed ingredients. Once all ingredients are complete, user can now proceed on the actual cooking. The application uses the actual cooking time and will tell the user using recorded voice when to add ingredients and when to finish cooking. For the application testing, to verify the quality of correctness of the cooking tutorial, the application was put through a testing process. The result shows the interpretation of the data in terms of the accuracy that was gathered from the different trials conducted. The accuracy test of the application was based on comparing the actual cooking time of the application with the actual time on the analog clock. This is to determine if the application's cooking time is same as the real-time cooking experience. As for the evaluation, the results show how the interpretation of data of the terms of usability that was gathered from the HRM students and HRM instructors of the CVSU ICICT campus. The developers computed that the software obtained a weighted mean of 4.65, which has an equivalent interpretation of excellent. This means that the HRM students and instructors believe that the software fully meets and far exceeds their expectation in terms of usability. And for another result, it shows that HRM students and HRM instructors of Cavite State University campus, ICICT campus, who took part of the evaluation, gave their answers about how satisfied they are in terms of using the application. The developers computed that the software obtained a weighted mean of 4.8, which has an equivalent interpretation of excellent. So this means that the HRM students and instructors believe that the software fully meets and far exceeds their expectation in terms of their satisfaction. For the conclusion, the developers concluded that the application was helpful and effective for people who wanted to learn how to cook native Filipino dishes. This also determined that the application met its objective by the following features in the application. Letter A, the application provided actual cooking time with a voice guide for the instruction of each recipe. Letter B, the application allowed the user to change the language from Tagalog to English and vice versa. And the application can filter the recipe by searching any region in the Philippines, name the dishes, and provide insight into the history of certain native foods. And last, for the recommendations, so however, it is still recommended to conduct a technology acceptance study to confirm the level of users' awareness of the historical foods in the Philippines. It is also suggested that the cooking application should use advanced Alexa features for a voice user interface, so enabling users to engage with the application's content using natural voice services. And that's for my presentation. Thank you very much.
Hello. Thank you, Aris,
Hello.
for the presentation, wonderful presentation. My question is, how many dishes you have considered by far?
Currently,
How many recipes? Yeah.
currently it is only a prototype, and we are still on the process of collecting dishes all over the Philippines.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sir, do you have any question?
No, I have no question.
Okay.
Okay.
So moving forward, our next presenter.
Yeah.
Newly is representing on-site membership for building for 2D systems with state constraints under the flexible protocol.
Okay, I will share my screen.
Okay.
Okay, can you help me and see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Li Meiyu from Southeast University, Nanjing. It's my honor to participate in this International Congress on Information and Communication Technology and report my research result. The title of my presentation is Set Membership Filtering for 2D Systems with State Constraints and the Flexible Protocol. As the PowerPoint shows, my presentation is mainly divided into the 4 parts: introduction, problem formulation, main results, and conclusion. Now we begin the first part, introduction.
Different from the one-dimensional systems. Two-dimensional systems are a typical multivariable system that has the essential characteristics of evolution in two independent dimensions. Intuitively, 1D systems evolve only along the time axis, and their dynamic behavior takes the form of a line. On the other hand, the 2D systems are expanded in the form of one phase. This dynamical characteristic makes the 2D system widely used in many practical systems, such as image processing, electric circuit system, chemical process, neural network, and so on. The concept of 2D systems was first proposed in the 1970s, when American scholars Jarrow and Russell were studying multi-dimensional linear iterative circuits. They successfully applied the description method of 1D state space to the circuit system and put forward the famous Russell model. Subsequently, two Italian scholars proposed the first FM model and the second FM model. From the mathematical expressions of these models, we can see that the state of the system evolve along the two indices I and J. Among these classical 2D models, the second FM's model is the most extensive one, and the research in this paper is also based on the second FM model. With the development of network technology, the network system arises at this historic moment. And thanks to this, 2D systems also have a networked and distributed development trend. The system under the network communication environment has many advantages. It is easy to install and maintain, and has strong flexibility, can achieve resource sharing, and so on. However, due to the limited bandwidth of communication channels, frequent data transmission will inevitably lead to network congestion, which is one of the factors that significantly affects system performance. Introducing communication protocols is a practical technique to reduce this issue. At present, scholars have proposed different communication protocols for reasonable scheduling and distribution of signal transmission. According to the way of selecting sensor nodes, communication protocols can be generally divided into the time triggering protocol, event triggering protocol, or mixed protocol. Among them, the FLEX3 protocol is a mixed data transmission protocol that combines the advantages of time and event-triggered data transmission and allows for the flexible selection of data transfer mode in predefined time windows, and has successfully industry applications. Another research frontier, state estimation or filtering, is an important measure for suppressing interference because it would remove various interferential signals from contaminated measurement information. As we all know, the famous Karma filtering and H-infinity filtering can effectively deal with ghost noises and energy-bounded disturbances respectively. These two techniques focus on the optimization of estimation error, achieving a point-by-point estimation of the intrinsic target. There does not seem to any provision to ensure the bounds of the estimation error. This promotes the development of set membership filtering. The basic idea of the SMF procedure is to combine knowledge of system dynamics and bounds with observations to specify a time-varying set in state space which always contains the true states of the system. The actual estimate is a set in state space rather than a single vector. To date, the majority of the SMF research has concentrated on 1D systems, while the corresponding results for 2D systems are relatively lacking. Inspired by the above analysis, this paper is devoted to study the set membership filtering problem for 2D systems with state constraint under flexible protocol. Now we present the problem considered in this paper, the second part, problem formulation. The model studied in this paper is shown in Formula 1, where X is the state vector, Y is the ideal output. Matrices A, B, C, and D are non-shift variant matrices. Omega is the process noise. V is the measurement noise. They satisfy the following inequalities respectively, with W and V are greater than 0. In addition, in some practical systems, the system variables need to meet certain special constraints, which include but not limited to the basic laws of physics. In this paper, we suppose that the state X is required to satisfy the equality constraint 3. And in this paper, we considered a networked system with NY transmission nodes labeled by 1 to 2NY. The NY nodes are divided into the two sets, S1 and S2. Under the flexible protocol, only one transmission node is granted the right to access the network at each transmission instant. In consideration of the different real-time requirements of sensor nodes and without loss of generality, we let the nodes belonging to the S1 be scheduled by the round-robin protocol, and the nodes belonging to the set 2, S2, be scheduled by the TODP. Then the actual output can be rewrite as Formula 6. Denote X bar and omega bar. Then the 2D system 1 with FRP can be expressed as Formula 7. For the augmented system 7, we constructed the recursive filter, where X hat is an estimate of X bar. Matrices K1 and K2 are the filter gains to be solved. Then we denote E equals X bar minus X hat as the filtering error. And we assume that the filtering error system's initial boundary states satisfy the following inequalities. Then our objective is to determine a series of ellipsoids for the given measurement information Y bar, the unknown but bounded disturbances omega and V, and the state constraint 3. To put this in another way, we are looking for a sequence of matrices R, K1 and K2 such that under assumption 1, the filtering error E always satisfies the inequality 9 subject to constraint 3. Then to obtain an optimal ellipsoid, minimize R in the sense of trace at each point. Next, we give the main results in this paper. Firstly, in theorem 1, we derive the existence conditions for the set membership filter, that the true state is guaranteed to reside in a set of state estimates. However, it does not provide an optimal state estimation ellipsoid. Next, we apply the convex optimization approach to determine an optimal ellipsoid in the trace sense, that is corollary 1. According to the corollary 1, the recursive set membership algorithm for FRP-based 2D system with state constraint can be summarized as algorithm 1. Next, we give an example to illustrate our work. Here, we only give some simulation result. Figure 1 and Figure 2 show the trajectories of E1 and E2 respectively. It can be seen that although there are some fluctuations, they are within a range. This shows that our proposed algorithm is effective. The last part is the conclusion. In this paper, we have investigated the problem of set membership filtering for the 2D state constraint system under the Black-Tree protocol, combined with the method of mathematical induction. A sufficient condition has been obtained that the system state is always included in the state estimation ellipsoid at every position. And a recursive algorithm for determining the optimal ellipsoid is also presented. The above is all the content of my report. Thanks the organizer for giving me such an opportunity to introduce my work, and thank you for your listening. Any questions?
Hi, Dr. Lee.
Hi.
I'm interested in your report, but I think your research is quite difficult. Here, I have two questions. The first one, I have seen lots of results about the set membership filtering of one-dimensional systems. Can they be directly extended to two-dimensional systems? The second one, the proposed results are based on linear matrix inequalities. The computational complexity seems to be high. How to reduce the complexity? Thanks.
That's a great question. Thank you for your asking. For the first question, just as the previous said, the 1D system is a signal variable system that usually involves along the time axis, while the 2D system is a typical multivariable system, which has the essential characteristics of two-directional independent evolution. The dynamic trajectory of 1D system is plotted in the form of a curve in the plane, while the state trajectory of the 2D system is in the form of a phase in three-dimensional space. Comparing with the 1D models, the 2D models has much more complicated dynamic behaviors because of the two-dimensional evolutions, and the corresponding analysis theories or tools for dealing with 2D systems are much less, which pose more challenges on the corresponding analysis issue. So the common theories or conclusions for 1D models cannot be directly to the 2D ones. This is the first question. For the second question, you are right. The main results derived in this paper are based on the linear matrices inequalities. The relating computation complexity depends on the dimension of the matrices and the number of decision variables. As is known to all, the LMI control toolbox implements the state-of-the-art point LMI solvers. Although the complexity of LMI computations remains higher, these solvers are significantly faster than the classical convex optimization algorithm. Furthermore, research on LMI optimization is a very active area in the applied mathematics, and I believe the substantial speed ups can be expected confidently in the near future with the rapid development of computers. My English expression is not very good. I hope this answers your question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any question? It sounds good. Yeah. Your presentation is very well. Okay. I have no question. Okay. Any other question?
Okay, ma'am, do we have any question for the presentation?
No question.
Okay. Thank you very
Okay.
much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, dear presenter, for your great, valuable presentation. Now I would like to invite our next presenter. Our next presenter is Arnav Gupta, and he's going to present on stress detection and monitoring using wearable IoT and big data analysis.
Hello everyone. I hope my screen is visible to everyone present here.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So, hi, my name is Arnav, and thank you for joining. And I'll be presenting my paper. I'll be presenting my presentation on stress detection and monitoring using wearable IoT and big data analytics. So moving on to the next part, it comes to abstract. So stress detection and monitoring using IoT-based analytics is a growing field that can not only help individuals, companies, but also health providers to identify and manage stress in real time. IoT sensors and devices can be used to collect data on a person's heart rate, breathing patterns, activity level, sleep quality, and other relevant biometric informations that can be gathered through various data. Once this data is collected, it can be analyzed using an analytics platform to identify patterns and anomalies that may indicate stress. For example, an increase in heart rate or decrease in sleep quality may suggest that a person is experiencing stress. There are several potential benefits of stress detection and monitoring using IoT-based analytics. For individuals, it can also help them to identify when they are feeling stressed and when there can be steps taken to manage the stress levels. For companies, it can help them identify where employees are having stress and where they could employ the measures to support their well-being. Apart from this can also be helpful in healthcare providers. It can help to monitor patients who are at risk for stress-related conditions such as heart diseases and intervene before stress becomes a very health issue. Next comes the introduction. So there are basically two types of stress. First is acute stress. So acute stress is a type of stress that occurs in response to a very specific event or situation, and that is very typically short-lived. It is normal and a natural part of life and can be beneficial in certain situations, such as it can help you to stay awake, and it can also help you to stay focused in challenging situations. But it also has negative effects such as causing feelings of anxiety or nervousness. Now, the second type of stress is the chronic stress. Now, chronic stress, on the other hand, is a type of stress that persists over a longer period of time, often resulting from ongoing of unresolved problems in one's lives. Chronic stress can have serious negative impacts on both physical as well as mental health and has been linked to various range of conditions, including heart diseases and depression. Chronic stress can be found in a variety of factors, including work-related stress, financial stress, relationship stress, or even chronic illness. Some strategies for managing these stress include exercises, meditation, deep breathing, etc. Now, after this, there are various health-related issues when we experience stress, such as whenever there is a stress, our EDA, that's electrothermal activity, increases, our body rate, heart rate increases, blood pressure increases, respiration rate increases. All these things changes frequently when a person experiences stress. Now, all this data can be captured and can be analyzed using an analytics platform. For this research, I have tried to propose an AWS analytics platform that can capture the data, analyze it, and can be given, and actionable insights can be given from it using Tableau or any other BI visualization tool. Moving on, the research methodology that's been used in this whole research is a qualitative one. I have tried to research through various papers wherein keywords such as mental stress, mental detection, IoT-based sensors, monitoring of stress are used, and the thoroughly examining all those papers, and then I've tried to come up with this proposed research. The research questions that this research is going to be answering are: first, the IoT-based sensors with big data analytics play an automation role and can give you a real-time experience to not only to patients but also to healthcare providers. Second, can actionable insights be delivered using this proposed system to help hospitals and the users? And third, can this proposed model be helpful in general public or hospitals wherein to improve their emotional and cognitive state? Second, let's quickly jump to the data model and findings. So basically, there are various psychological parameters that I have discussed in the earlier stages, such as heart rate, which rapidly increases when you experience stress. Suppose a person is sleeping and is experiencing a NDA in her dreams, near-death experience. So her or his heart rate would increase so high. That way, this data can be captured, and then can be determined that if a person is having stress or not. Such as second, we have GSR, that is galvanic skin response. We have sweat glands all over our body, and these also releases sweat when there is a high tension or high kind of stress that is in our bodies. Third is blood pressure, then is respiration rate. There is also muscle tension in there, and of course the respiration rate also increases whenever a person is having tension or some kind of thing. Now the model is a very simple model that's shown here. A person has to wear a chest strap and a smartwatch or a band, wherein the data can be collected and is stored from Arduino to a Wi-Fi module. The Wi-Fi module quickly passes the data through an AWS IoT analytics cloud, and then can be utilized by a company expert hospitals, such as hospitals or other personal beings. The more detailed view of this architecture can be found in the next slide, which is this, where I'll be talking about all the key features of this model. So first is the Arduino IDE that's been integrated once the data is passed. So Arduino Integrated Development Environment is an open source software application used to program Arduino boards. Now, Arduino is a very popular platform for building electronic devices. It includes a microcontroller and a variety of input-output components that can be connected to sensors. Arduino IDE is also very simple and easy to use for the development, and can and allow users to write and program the data. The next is AWS IoT Analytics. Now, AWS IoT Analytics is a fully managed service that allows you to collect, process, and analyze data from Internet of Things devices. It also enables you to build IoT applications that are capable of taking actions based on real-time insights from the data. AWS IoT Analytics is also designed to work with any data from any source, including sensors, mobile devices, and other web applications. Now, the key features of AWS IoT Analytics are: first is data ingestion. Now, data ingestion is, it can take data from a variety of sources that includes IoT devices. There is Amazon Kinesis there and Amazon S3 as well. Second is data processing. The service provides a very powerful set of processing that allows you to clean, filter, and then transform the data in a very real time. Now, third is analytics and visualization. Now, this AWS IoT Analytics tool can also range in data and can also give you data analysis and visualization, including statistical, machine learning, and custom dashboard creation also. The fourth one is integration of AWS services with the other AWS services, such as AWS QuickSight, AWS Lambda, and AWS SageMaker, to provide a comprehensive suite of IoT solutions. And the last one that it provides is the security. The security it provides is the end-to-end encryption and secure your data for any breaches. Now, the Third is Tableau. Tableau is a very powerful and widely used tool for data visualization. It is designed for people who need to analyze and understand complex data sets very quickly and intuitively. Tableau also provides a very range of tools and features to interact with its dashboards, charts, and reports, and allow users to explore data in multiple dimensions. Some key features of Tableau are, first of all, it has very good data connectivity. You can import databases, spreadsheets, cloud-based systems, making it easier for data from multiple sources. Second is data visualization. Tableau is a very good tool and has a wide range of data visualization tools and features, including bar charts, scatter plot, heat maps, geological maps to help and create a compelling visualization. The third one is a drag and drop interface. There is no need of higher advanced learning needed from Tableau. You can just drag and drop and quickly create the dashboards. And the fourth one is it provides a very good mobile support now. Tableau Mobile is available and can provide a good iOS as well as Android support to all the users. The last one is the sensors. Now, IoT-based sensors are electronic devices that are capable of sensing and collecting data from physical world and transmitting these data over to a system that is connected to an internet. IoT sensors can be embedded in a wide range of devices and objects such as vehicles, applications and wearables. There are typically wireless communication technologies such as Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, wherein these can transmit data. Overall, IoT sensors play a very crucial role in the development of IoT applications by collecting data and providing real-time insights and help to improve not only efficiency but effectiveness. Coming to the conclusion, so overall, IoT sensors in collaboration with big data analytics is a very powerful tool for stress detection and monitoring in the healthcare industry and in general life. By collecting real-time insights and data on psychological and environmental factors, healthcare providers can provide personalized care and improve patient outcomes. However, it is important to ensure that the data collected and analyzed is ethical and responsible manner, with the appropriate measures in place to protect person's privacy as well as security. Coming to the future scope, the integration of machine learning with deep learning and the big data analytics coming together can make this model more effective in monitoring stress and detecting the tension. Secondly, the use of inbuilt IoT sensors can be continuous and accurate data assessment by collection analysis through a cloud system wherein edge computing can come up also and can play a very crucial role in this. And the last is this model, once gets stable, can be used in a wide range of public, not only to students, instructor, but also to corporate and office workers. Thank you all for listening to me through this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Arnav.
Yes.
Thank you for wonderful presentation.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
I have a question.
Yeah,
It's
go
okay.
ahead. Go ahead, Aditya.
Yeah, Aditya.
Thank you, ma'am. So, Arnav, I really liked your presentation on stress detection, and I think it also has a fair bit of scope.
Yes,
So I
yes.
just had a couple of questions right
Yeah,
now.
please.
So you said, have you considered? I don't know whether this is part of your future research, but have you considered implementing machine learning or deep learning, like you said?
Yes. Actually, I have tried KNN algorithm machine learning. I am trying to implement that, but still in a going phase. That's machine learning algorithm. But still now, big data analytics, I have maintained an accuracy of 91%. And I think once I'll implement, that's a future one, of course, deep learning and machine learning, this can be a very good type of model that can be inculcated.
Oh, I see. Thank you. And then the other question I had is, have you considered real-time stress monitoring?
Yes. Yes, correct. To your question, real-time stress monitoring is done through AWS IoT Analytics. It's a platform that can directly do real-time analysis and give you the real-time dashboard and quick view, like I said in the presentation also. So yes, to your question, yes, real-time monitoring can be done through this. Correct.
Okay, because I noticed that you were talking about AWS because I also use AWS for my research and all that.
Oh, very
So it's
nice.
like, yeah, I mean, real time seems a lot more suitable for this kind of health monitoring. So
definitely, if a person
so yeah,
is
anyway,
having,
I really liked your research. So thank you.
Thank you for your appreciation. Thank you, Aditya.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Arnav, for the presentation. My question is, what are the exceptions in this research? I mean, wherein it cannot detect the stress?
Okay. So first, all these IoT sensors are never accurate. Means up till this time, up till this decade of 2023, I can definitely say that IoT sensors are not only not absolutely 100% accurate. So they possess about 10% to 7% miss accuracy, wherein a person might not be having a stress or not having an heart attack, but they will show that a person is having high stress and is in risk of health disease or heart disease. So at that time, there is an exception comes into picture uh, wherein the stress is not there, but it's showing stress to people. So this is one. Secondly, as it's connected to internet, and there might be some cases wherein your device might get disconnected, or wherein you are not in reach of internet. So then at that period of time, the Wi-Fi won't work and your connectivity gets loosened up. These are the two things that I can think of at top of my head right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
You mentioned about the first case,
Yeah.
right? Wherein it will not be detected or
Yeah.
falsely detected. So do you have any statistics of the percentage false acceptance and false rejection?
Uh, Actually, I've studied the papers, but as of now, right now, I don't have the correct statistics. But moving ahead, I can definitely mail it to you in a day or two, wherein I can showcase you all the whole things wherein the accuracy is not there in the stress detectors.
I mean, by those figures, we'll understand like how falsely it is
Yeah,
detected.
yes, definitely. Yes, yes. How
Yeah.
falsely the IoT sensors are and how up to which
Huh.
accuracy we can measure it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
definitely. Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Arnav. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, everyone.
perfect. Yeah, it seems that we can finish this section on time. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
hi, Ash.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have completed our all presentation. And now, in the end, just want to thank our session chair and all the participants for being a part of this international conference, and all the participants for their great. I think I also want to thank all the participants to their great presentation and valuable presentation and knowledge to present over here. And I hope this session was informative for all the participants. And on behalf of whole team, thank you for your support during this version and the previous version of this conference. And we will be happy to have you all in the next version of this conference in the physical mode in 2024. Now, moreover, all the participants will be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days, and the publication will be live within 5 to 6 months. Further, all the papers have been already forwarded to the Springer, so kindly cooperate with the team ICICT 2023. Just before we get end the session, I would like to thank our session chair for chairing the session. And sir, there's one token of appreciation to the chair on behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and team ICICT 2023. And ma'am, there is one token of appreciation for you that to chair the session.
Thank you.
Okay. Now in the end, I would like to request you all to turn on your camera so we can capture the good memories of this virtual conference. I also request you, the participants, if it is possible, please turn on your camera. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you, sir and ma'am, for chairing the session. Okay, everyone, stay safe and take care.
Thank you and have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.